hope you guys are doing well. So I'm back with another speed build once again, and I'm building here again in Brindleton Bay. So I know I've been doing this a lot in Brindleton Bay, but I want to finish this world for my save file that I'm doing. So basically I'm building on the island where there was basically this museum, and I turned it into a home. So yeah, I really like this area. I did create the family also, and it's literally my favorite family that I've made for my save file yet. So we'll see, maybe I'll have a favorite family in the future, but for now this is really my favorite family. So it's a family of 8 if you count the dog. So there's the grandma, her name is Daisy. Then there's her son, I forgot his name, I think it's like Aspen or something like that. And then his wife, her name, I forgot it as well. And then they have 4 kids. The oldest is a young adult. Then they have 2 girls that are kids, and they have a boy toddler. So yeah, I really like this family. And then of course, like I said, there's a dog. So yeah, this family is absolutely adorable. I love it so much. And I really like the build as well. I think it builds the family really nicely as well. So basically right now, as you can see, I'm just working with the roofing. So it was kind of hard to do roof for this build because it's kind of a big house. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty big. And there is 5 bedrooms, as you will see a bit later. I did put one in the basement. So the young adult, it's kind of a weird story because I believe this family, you know, they're dependent. They're independent, so they don't need like to go to the grocery store to get food. Basically, they live alone on this island. So they have their own garden, and then I think they're vegetarians, so they don't really eat meat or anything. But of course, if there's a future expansion pack, or if you have a mod, I don't think there's any mods for that, but yeah, if there's animals, maybe your Sims could possibly eat them. But I thought this family was probably vegetarian. And yeah, so I think that they probably make their own clothes, but like once a year they probably go to the town and get some clothes, maybe some new furniture. But like I said, they're pretty independent, so they probably do that by themselves. But once a year or so they go to the town, just, you know, to get some stuff, like I said, or maybe just to show their kids what this town is like. But I think that all the kids kind of want to stay on the island, except for the oldest kid. I think his name is like Heath or something like that. But he fell in love with the town right when he was like a kid, probably like a toddler or something. He really likes all the lights and all of the people and everything that there's in the town. So I feel like he probably wants to go and live there. So he's waiting to get a bit older, and he's gonna go probably live in the town, probably in like San Myshuno, which is one of the towns in The Sims. So yeah, that's probably the backstory for him. So he lives in, well, he doesn't live, but his bedroom is in the basement, so he has his own computer as well. Since there's no electricity probably on a island like this, I probably thought they'd have solar panels. So with the new Eco Lifestyle pack coming out very soon, I'll probably put them some solar panels on their roof, so they can have electricity. But for the moment, they have electricity, so it's kind of not realistic. But by the time my save file comes out, which is where I'll have all of the worlds in The Sims recreated, I'll definitely have put some solar panels on the roof. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for that kid's backstory. So he's probably gonna go and live like in San Myshuno, like I said, and then all the other kids, they'll probably stay in this house, or maybe they'll make, I don't know, another house. But since this is an island and there's only one lot on here, I don't really know, but they're probably gonna like stay here until their parents pass away, and then they'll keep the house with their kids or something. Or you could maybe make like 3 houses glued together or something like that. but yeah, it's really up to you. So for the backyard, I kind of made it a bit off camera because I thought the video was kind of getting a bit long. It took me, I calculated a bit earlier, it took me about 4 hours to make this house, which is kind of crazy because it's not that big. It's definitely not the biggest house I've ever made, but it took me 4 hours to make this house. I did not do it all in one day, so sometimes I recorded just one day and then the other day I just recorded another clip. But yeah, it took me 4 hours. I was kind of surprised when I calculated that. But yeah, and yeah, so I'm pretty much done with the painting for the house and the shape and everything. So I believe I cut out the floor plan, but I'm not quite sure. And by the way, I am going to type the cheat codes for the builds a couple of times because, like I said, I did record this like I think I think it took me about 4 clips. I think it took me like 3 days or something like that. But yeah, and at the same time, I was also building a house for a new pack that I got. I forgot what the name of it is, but yeah. So I did record that, and then when I was finished, it just didn't record. So. Yeah, so that didn't work out. I was not really happy, but it's fine. So I still had this build that I was doing at the same time, and it's so nice. I really like it. So there is going to be another house. It's the Magic Pack. What is it called? Oh my god. I forgot it. But it's the one with the spellcasters and everything like that. So I just got that one. I know it came out not like kind of a little while ago, so yeah, I didn't get it just yet, but I got it now, so I have it. I didn't have it throughout this build, so I think I had it somewhat through the build, but at the beginning I didn't have the pack when I started building this house, but I did use it for the kitchen, and I use it a lot for the interior of this build. But yeah, so I really like that build. Not that build, yes, I do like this build, but I like that pack really much. It really fits with this kind of Victorian style that I wanted to go with for this build. And I used these plants on the walls, and they look so nice, and it really adds a whole bunch of personality to this house because, like I said, they live alone on this island, so I think this family really likes plants, and they like gardening and cooking, so they're a really traditional family, I'd say. So yeah, their house is also pretty traditional. I didn't add any electronic devices except for the young adult, because like I said, he likes the town, and I think he probably got that computer, laptop, or whatever you want to call it, by secret, because their parents they don't want them to have electronic devices in the house. Maybe their cell phones in case of emergency or something, but I don't think they really want any computers or TVs or anything. So they're not supposed to have that, but I think he probably got it by secret while they were in town or something. But yeah, so that's pretty much the only electronic device there is in the house, I believe, maybe. And I think it's really the only one. And I took these plants from the gallery before recording, but there weren't enough plants. So they have a whole bunch of different fruits and vegetables that they can collect throughout the year. So yeah, like I said, they have their own garden, so they don't go to the grocery store or anything. Of course, you can expand this garden and add more plants, or garden yourself, because there's only about 12 plants, I believe. So you can probably add more as you go. But yeah, so there isn't any washing machines, so there's only the exterior washing. I always forget what it's called, but you just saw it. And by the way, at the beginning, until like when I started the interior, I did want to make this an off-the-grid house, which means that they wouldn't have any electricity or anything. But when I started building, I thought it was really hard to build without any electricity, and I didn't know how they would even cook. I would have to use the really old oven and fridge and appliances for the kitchen, and I didn't like them, so I just ended up actually making this for them to have like solar panels or something. So yeah, and like I said, there is 5 bedrooms and 8 Sims if you count the dog. So yeah, so you can of course take off the dog and add another Sim, but that's up to you as usual. But this is for my save file. So I'm almost done recreating all of the townies. I'm pretty much sure I'm doing right now the I think I'm doing a San Myshuno, but I'm almost done with that world. So yeah, we'll see really soon. I'll do an update or something with what I've done so far, because I'm really excited to upload my save file for you guys. But yeah, we'll see when it's going to be uploaded. But yeah, so right now I'm just doing, I had a lot of trouble doing these stairs or placing them at the right place, but as you can see, this is where I'm going to put them right now. It took me about 5 minutes, something like that, to figure out where I wanted to place these stairs, but yeah, I really like where I place them. I place them in the kind of a living room or family room, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I think they really fit well into that room. And for this build, I used a very kind of Victorian type of house, or type of style. Not exactly Victorian, but you'll see, and I think it fits with the family really well. So the grandma, I'm just going to explain a bit their personalities so you can maybe see them throughout the build. So the grandma, I'd say she's probably, well, she's very family oriented. She loves violin. She's a very like traditional grandma. I think she's probably pretty funny. And she loves her grandchildren, her son, her daughter-in-law and everything. So yeah, she's very family oriented. So I'd probably say that her husband passed away, probably from old age. So yeah, so she ended up just being alone. But like I said, she lived with her son and then her daughter-in-law and their kids, so she wasn't alone. But yeah, so I'd say her husband passed away. And then her son, Aspen, I'd say that he is a very classic dad. I'd say he probably tries to be like a cool dad, but like in the movies kind of. But yeah, so he likes cooking, gardening, woodworking, yeah. And then his wife, her name, I think, oh my god, I forgot her name again. But she, yeah, she's family oriented. I think she is like ambitious with her traits, and I think she's like creative. So she probably likes painting and arts. She also loves her kids, of course. But yeah, same for the dad, same for the grandma. So they're all pretty family oriented because they kind of all live together and yeah, on this little island, so they're kind of always together no matter what. But yeah, so yeah, then the son, I kind of explained it. He likes the town and everything. I'd say he probably wants to be a video game creator in the future. I know we don't have that in the game right at the moment, but he probably wants to do something like that, something to help the community maybe. But yeah, he wants to do something that he would have never really done on this island. So yeah, that's pretty much it for him. Then the first daughter, Hazel, I believe her name is, she is a very active little girl, so I think she likes soccer probably. Pretty much any sport you give her, she really will like it. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Hazel. And then Clementine, she is very shy. she kind of likes to be in her own little corner. I believe she likes probably to read. Maybe she likes arts like her mom, but her mom is a bit more social than she is. But I think Clementine, yeah, she's really shy and just likes to be in her own little corner. And then Clay, he doesn't really have a personality yet. You know, he's a little toddler. So I know he likes like exploring the island and everything with his sister, and then his brother. So I think that's pretty much it for him. And then the dog is kind of a bit like Clay. I believe the dog probably is good friends with Clay because they're like both very inquisitive, like exploring and everything. So yeah, that's pretty much it for them. So now I'm just furnishing the entrance. As you have probably seen, I tried to put this little flower crown on the fireplace, but it didn't really work. I kind of tried to put it on there for about 5 to 10 minutes. Didn't work, so that was kind of a waste of time, but whatever, it's fine. So now right, this little place is kind of the hallway, or the little family room. They like to hang out there. I added this little piano as well. So I think this is kind of a really adorable room. Yeah, so the family likes to go and hang out there. They probably play piano, read books, like I said. Not like I said, but I just added these bookcases, as you can see right here. Added some clutter in there as well. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for that room. I also added this little sofa that you'll see a bit later, but like I said, this is pretty much it. It's a very simple room. Yeah, so by the way, for this house, I use a lot of dark tones. I think dark tones for a house looks very homey and welcoming. Yeah, so I think this looks pretty nice. And then we're going to go do this little room that you can see on the right, just besides this room. So that room is just kind of the room to go outside, so they can take off their shoes there. And it's kind of their mud room, I guess you could say. So they store the dog food there, and a couple of things that you'll see a bit later. But actually, I think I'm gonna do this room. Okay, I'm doing this room. So this room is the living room. So this is kind of, like I said, they don't have any like TVs or computers or anything like that. So this room doesn't have any TV, but it's a living room without a TV. So they have a couple of sofas and this little table as well. So yeah, it's pretty nice. I think it looks very familial and everything. So you can see there's going to be quite a bit of clutter on there as well, because I think the family likes to hang out there as well. So probably in the morning they take the little coffee and just chat right there or something. So yeah, I really like this room. It's pretty adorable. I just added this little poof right beside the sofa. I really like to add those in my builds recently, because it kind of looks like they can just chill and put their feet there instead of like just sitting. I know Sims cannot do that, but yeah, so I just added that. And then the little table that I chose, I believe is from Cats and Dogs or Seasons. I think it's actually from Seasons. And I added a lot of clutter there as well. And I forgot to add these little doors, so I just took off a couple of things, and I just chose these little doors. But yeah, so I think I added some clutter on the living room table off camera, or maybe I just did it in another clip, I'm not quite sure. But these are the two rooms that I was talking about. So this room right there is kind of the desk room, and then the other room is just the room to go outside / the kind of mud room. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that area. So the desk area, I think they probably just go and work there. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to say, I think the kids are probably homeschooled, because like if they don't have any schools, so if they did go to school, they had to take a boat or something. So I'd say probably they are homeschooled. So I believe the grandma probably is the one that homeschools them, because both of the parents probably work, so they can provide for the family, and they have to work in the garden and probably do some woodworking as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that little backstory. But I also added this bookshelf to this little room, and I also added a carpet. I added so much carpets in, or mugs, not mugs, but rugs. mugs. What am I saying? But yeah, I added a lot of those in this house. I think it just makes it a lot more lived in, and yeah. So here I just added a lot of stuff for the dog. So since this is kind of a mud room where they don't really care if they have a little bit of mess in this room, they probably put all of the dog stuff in there so that the dog can probably just go in the backyard whenever he wants to. Yeah, and then his paws won't make the whole house dirty or anything, so that's what I kind of thought for that room. And then right here will be the dining room. So the dining room has, I believe, just enough chairs for the whole family. I think I added like 7 because that's how much Sims live in this house. So I just stuck it to the wall right there, and I just added this little coffee table, or I don't really know what it's called, but just this little table onto the wall to just add some decorations. So maybe when they have like a big dinner or something, they probably put the food there so everyone can go and make their plate or something. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for the dining room. And then right after that, I also added this little easel right there, because like I said, the mom is probably a painter, so when she goes to town, she probably sells her paintings, and then they make a bit of money so they can go and get some, well, they can pay the bills also, because they own a house, but they can go and get some furniture or maybe some clothes if they need to, but they probably sew it themselves. And yeah, so I think there's a new pack coming out. I don't know if it's 100% sure that it's coming out, but it's the Nifty Knitting Pack, which is kind of a pack for elders, so I think that's pretty nice. I'm pretty excited for that pack because it's going to be so much fun for especially elder Sims, so I think there's going to be a lot of elder gameplay in that pack. I think it's a stuff pack, I don't believe it's a game pack, but we also have this eco lifestyle pack coming out, which is really nice as well. I saw that there's also this new game patch coming out, so a new update with a whole bunch of stuff. We'll have some firefighters, and we can place windows wherever we want. Guys, when I saw that, I was just like amazed. I have been waiting for this since I started playing The Sims. It's just so nice. I'll be able to place the windows wherever I want. Same for the doors, without any mods. So I did not have any mods for that, but yeah, I'm so happy about that. So yeah. But now I'm just trying to figure out this window. I know it's a bit weird. I'm probably gonna change it very soon. So yeah, before I upload my save file, which I'm not gonna do anytime soon because I did not build a lot. I know I said that I'm done with my townies, and I pretty much am, but I'm not done at all for my building. So I did a couple of houses. I did not do any community lots. I think I did like one park in Granite Falls, but I didn't do anything else. So I'll do a couple of them probably off camera because I want to get them done with, and with the editing and everything, it slows it down a bit. But yeah, I'll probably do a couple of parks off camera because I don't think parks are really interesting to see someone building. So yeah, I'm probably gonna do a couple of them, and then I'll do more community lots on camera, so you guys will be able to see that. But yeah, so I'm just adding some clutter onto the sink area right here. So this is one bathroom, and there's 2 bathrooms, so there's one upstairs and then one right here. I thought about adding one in the basement, but I didn't add any, so I hope that's fine to you guys. But I did add this little wine room or something, so you guys can change it into a bathroom, probably just change the windows and the door, so that's really up to you. But this is the toddler room, so I did add, like I said, 5 bedrooms. So the toddler is the only one that sleeps on this floor, so yeah, but since they're the only one to live on this island, I don't think it's very dangerous or anything. But of course his brother just sleeps right underneath him, so on the basement, so of course he can call him if anything is going on, or his parents are just upstairs. So yeah, he doesn't really have anything to worry about. But yeah, so I just adding some toys, just a couple of toddler clutter. So I just also added this iPad. So I said there weren't any electronic devices, but I think I'm probably going to take that off because that really doesn't match what I just said, and I don't really like it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to take it off because it doesn't fit this family. But yeah, I'm going to keep the one for the young adult downstairs. So yeah, so like I said, it's probably a secret little laptop downstairs. But yeah, so this kitchen, I used so much stuff from the new pack that I just got that I still don't know the word for. So yeah, I used a lot of stuff from that, and I used a lot of it also for the grandma's bedroom that you'll see upstairs. I used a lot of them. I think it really fits with the house nicely. It's a bit Victorian, which was a lot what I was going for this build. And yeah, so I used a lot of counters also for this little kitchen. Not really little, it's pretty big. And I just used this table from university, and these little chairs from Cats and Dogs. So this is just a little table, maybe for breakfast or something, or when some people are out in the probably in the backyard or something, and there's only 2 people eating, they can just eat by themselves there. But yeah, and then right here I had a lot of trouble with the cabinets. I just couldn't place one with the little counter. I wanted to fit with the counter, so I just sized down these, and I just put 3 of them. So it's not exactly perfect, but I think it fits nice and it's not too bad. And then I made this island with, again, the same counters, and I just put these little curved one as well. So yeah, that really is nice, I think. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the kitchen. Next up, I'm just gonna add some clutter around. Yeah, so that's really gonna make the whole kitchen a lot more lived in. And I also put a couple of appliances. So there's just this little coffee machine, and then this microwave as well. And I think that's pretty much it for these small appliances. I'm not gonna add any more of them. I'm just adding some basic kitchen clutter, as you can see. And I also added this really adorable plate that they probably made while doing homeschool, and I think that's pretty nice too. But talking about homeschool, I think that pretty much everyone is doing homeschool right now. I know that a lot of school reopened at some places, but me, I'm still doing homeschool where I am. But yeah, so that's really not the case for everyone, but I know that a lot of people are doing homeschool at the moment. So yeah. But this is pretty much it for the kitchen. Now I think the next room I'm going to do is the basement. I'm not sure. I think I might just finish with the basement. So I'm probably going to go and do the second floor, which is just the little hallways. They're kind of 2 hallways glued together, just with this little door, open door, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, that's pretty much what it's going to look like upstairs. You're going to see it just a second. I'm just finishing off with the clutter. I added a lot of these little what are they called? Just some little, I don't know what they call them, but they just store their food in there, and of course in the cabinets and in the fridge, as usual, as pretty much any family does. But that's pretty much it, like I said, for the kitchen. And the sink is on the island. I don't know if you guys like that, but I know that a lot of families do that on their, will put their sinks on the island. So I think that was pretty realistic and cute as well. And now we're going to the second floor. So on the second floor, there is 3 bedrooms. So there is one for the grandma, one for the parents, and then one for the 2 girls, so they share a room. And then there's a bathroom, like I said. And then the young adult's bedroom is in the basement, so he sleeps alone down there. And there's also the game room downstairs, as well as the wine room. So I think that looks really nice too. So I just added some toys right there for the dog, but of course it can be just for the toddler, it can be just a decoration or whatever you want to do. And then I just added this little base game library. I know it's a bit modern, but I still think it looks pretty nice. And then this is the bathroom. So there's a shower, a bath, and I believe 2 sinks, or maybe 1. And then there's of course the toilet. so it's pretty big. But yeah, I really like it. It looks pretty nice too. I just added this mirror as well. I believe I took the one from the pack that I've been talking about for the whole video, but I still don't know what it is. I just took the Space Game one. Okay, never mind. So I just added also this plant from Seasons, I believe. And then of course the little paper towel. Not paper towel, but toilet paper, sorry. And yeah, so I'm just adding candles, this little soap thingy, sorry, that's my dog, and then these toothbrushes, sorry, as well. So this room right here is the grandma's bedroom, so I just added the single bed, I believe from Base Game, and then I'm just adding this little side table with a whole bunch of clutter, so just this little plant, these little, what are they called? I keep forgetting how to talk in this video, I'm so sorry. But I'm just adding some basic clutter on that little side table. I just added this mirror, and then I also added her a desk. So I believe this grandma, like I said, she likes violin, but I kind of just had this idea because I'm gonna add something on her desk that made me think of this. She probably likes writing, so I added this little book with this pen on it, which is really cute. I think it's from Base Game. But yeah, so she probably likes writing or something, or maybe she just likes, has her little journal or something, or her little diary. So yeah, I don't really know, but that's really up to you to decide. You can have your little backstory as well. It's not me that's gonna decide it for you, but yeah. So this is the little violin that it shows, and then I'm just choosing this painting to put on the wall. I thought it was a bit blank right there, so I added, I think, the same table that I added in the dining room downstairs, or something similar to that one, and I'm just gonna add some clutter. I again added this little radio, and I added this sculpture, and that's pretty much it. I didn't add too much clutter because this is just a little hallway, so I don't think the family really hangs out there too much. There isn't really anything to do except for maybe the library, but yeah. So this is the little girls' bedroom. So I believe these girls are probably 8 and 10 or something like that, around that age. So I just added these 2 beds. I used a lot of things from kids' bedroom, kids' bedroom stuff pack in this room. So I'm just adding some clutter and basic kids' bedroom stuff. I added also some pictures in one of the girls' side, just on her little wall, you'll see. I believe these are probably, like, when she goes in town, she probably makes a couple of friends, she take a couple of pictures, and she keeps them here, and she probably sees her friends once a year or something, so I think that's pretty cute. And then I just added these little backpacks and this little lunchbox. I know they don't go to school, but they probably have their own backpacks still when they go to town or something, or when they just go hiking around the area or something. So yeah, and I didn't add any what are they called? Oh my god, I keep forgetting how to talk. But I didn't add any curtains. That's what I wanted to say. In their bedroom, so I hope that's fine to you. But now we're off to the master bedroom. So for the master bedroom, it's very simple. I used this little cute wallpaper, I really like it, and then I just added this mirror, as you can see, which I believe is from Base Game, and yeah, so on the side tables I'm just adding some clutter, one for the mom's side and one for the dad's side, and then just these little plants that have these little lights on them. So yeah, and then this is the little carpet, and then we're off to the last room downstairs. So I'm going to try to make this quick because I don't have a lot of time left to talk. But there's this little wine room, there's this game room, which is the kind of hallway area. So there's a lot of things for the family to do, so they can read, they can play here. And then for the teens room, I added, not the teen, but the young adults room, I added a lot of stuff that he probably collected from town, and just some basic stuff that he probably has in his bedroom. So yeah, I'm gonna let you guys watch that because There's only 1 minute left to this build, and then we're off to the screenshots. So I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!